Join me 10 years in the future. Close your eyes. You walk into a restaurant. The air smells fresh, almost forest-like. Herbs and vegetables grow all around you. The room hums with gentle frequencies that shift you into balance. You don't notice, but your wearable has already informed your welcome drink, attuned to your biology in that very moment. As you sit, grounded by natural materials, you take a deep breath and connect to the space. Incandescent lighting shines down, you sit amongst friends, your nervous system is calm. The menu is abundant with organic whole foods grown on site and locally. Meals are tailored to your genetic profile. Drinks shift your state and the ritual begins. Leaving, you feel nourished, connected, even better than when you arrived. Your biology is enhanced by your surroundings. Now, if I invite you back to the present, a typical restaurant visit today that we can probably all recall: dim lights, stale carpet, everyone separate, chicken wings that may or may not have ever seen an actual chicken, an underlying sense of haste as our gut fights to interpret 50 different ingredients. Alcohol numbs our senses. Toxins abound from cheap cleaning products and paints on the walls. Our bodies ward off endocrine disruptors amidst synthetic inputs. Our pulse quickens, we scroll faster, we drink more, we disconnect. How do we feel when we leave this restaurant? How do we feel the next day as these experiences compound over time? We've normalized brain fog, gut issues, and low energy. It's common, yes, but it's anything but normal. Hospitality spaces sit at the heart of our culture. They're the third space between work and home. They're where many of us have spent some of our most important moments in memory. They can support our well-being, or they can quietly destroy it. And this is the paradox of today. We're richer, more advanced, and more digitally connected than ever before. And yet, 1 in 3 people in the UK are chronically lonely. Chronic disease and obesity are on the rise. Stress, disconnection, toxic burden from the environments that we spend time in. And we spend more time indoors than ever before. We get more artificial light than actual sunlight, more processed food, and more time eating alone. We're lonelier, sicker, more rushed, and more confused than any time in history. In our quest for convenience and security, we've sacrificed the most precious thing that we have, our health. So a question: what kinds of spaces are we designing? What kind of people do they create? So I've been in hospitality myself for around 15 years. I started with nightclubs, I moved into cafes and restaurants, and today, the members club and hotel. But along the way, on that journey, my own health imploded. I was drinking too much, going to sleep too late, ultimately self-loathing. And as I improved this through nutrition, sleep, exercise, even experimenting with oxygen chambers, IVs, blood tests, as I stopped drinking and became more conscious, I became more isolated. I became the hyper-vigilant wellness warrior. I was scrutinizing frying pans for toxins. I was lecturing my friends on pesticides. At one point, I refused to drink anything other than the structured water that I carried in my bag. My friends thought I joined a cult. I became lonelier than ever. I couldn't even enjoy the spaces that I was creating. And as a result, my purpose began to crumble. I wanted to socialize, I wanted to connect, but I also wanted to be healthy. The third space I craved did not exist. And so wellness, we hear it everywhere today. And my definition is this: connection to self, to others, to nature, and to purpose. Spaces should enhance connection to self. This is clarity, this is energy, this is balance. They should nurture connection to others, community, belonging. We know that loneliness can be as damaging as cigarettes. They should root us in nature, plants, natural light, fresh air, stone and soil underfoot. And they should connect us to something higher: meaning, purpose, belonging. So, what if hospitality designed spaces through this lens, not for convenience or for profit, but for optimal health? What would that look like when it comes to self? This is menus matched to your biology, edible gardens, gentle biometric feedback. To others, it would mean community tables, events, inclusivity, and belonging. We think about nature, this would be biophilic design, natural materials, circadian lighting. And to purpose, of course, movement, dance, discussion, ritual. Hospitality should feed the body and give meaning. Across history, our ancestors knew food and drink were never just about calories. It was rituals of meaning. In Japan, you have the tea ceremony. In Italy, the Sunday dinner all together. Indigenous traditions practice gratitude before eating. These rituals anchor us to the moment, to each other, and to something greater. But today we have delivery apps, disposable packaging, meals eaten hunched over laptops and smartphones. It's efficiency without reverence. We're full, but we're not nourished. We're starved for ritual. And ritual slows us down. It takes eating from consumption into communion. This is the antidote to 4-second attention loops and dopamine-deficient scrolling. And the good news is, people are walking away from nightclubs and bars, not because they don't want to connect, but because they crave something more real. We don't want louder music or stronger drinks. We want spaces that make us feel alive. And we're seeing this. Run clubs, coffee raves, cacao ceremonies, farm-to-table dining, experiential dining, sleep tourism and wellness travel. Times are changing. But we must show up. We must demand more. And it's really on us to make the change. So what can we do? As individuals, we have to raise our standards. We have to choose spaces that support health. As a restaurant owner, if 10 people a day ask me if the food's organic or if my cleaning products are natural, I think I'm going to change it. As businesses, we have to lead with well-being. We have to design for connection and measure success in how we make people feel. At government levels, we have to treat hospitality as the cultural infrastructure that it is. We have to incentivize construction and operations with healthy materials. You shouldn't have to leave your city to connect or visit a clinic in order to be healthy. Everyday spaces should support our humanity. So here's the choice that we face. The spaces we gather in shape who we become. We are not just consumers of culture, we are co-creators of it. The future of hospitality is about reclaiming health. It's recognizing that we are nature. The future of hospitality is ours to choose. Thank you.